Hello, my name is Gabriel, and I'm going to go over through my presentation of the end of the world, in this case, a galaxy apocalypse. World building. My main galaxy ending event is ancient sentient beings harnessing dark energy, and every 10,000 years they come to the Milky Way galaxies, eradicate them pretty much. The setting is the entirety of the Milky Way. Various alien species will be affected, displaced, even extinct in some cases. However, before the ancient sentient beings, the galaxy is, a prosperous place. All the aliens get along well together, and they have their own kind of like galaxy governments. The genre is sci-fi, as the main kind of setting is in space with spaceships and sci-fi technology. The year of when this game takes place, this kind of story sets place, is the year 2550. And so, story, I'll go through this real quickly. Act 1, the main character stargazes and spots a meteorite, lands near his garden, and, goes up to it, touches it, and he gets a vision from it. Act 2, he talks to his friend about it, and his friend is luckily in the parliament, in the military parliament, and after a while they take it to other people by kind of convincing other military people, other friends and families and whatnot, and they get a small team and a small ship to traverse the galaxy to convince more people. Act 4 is fast forwarding a few months, as the crew gets put under grounding the ship and kind of just letting the crew kind of be temporarily discharged. Once the ancient sentient beings actually come to the Milky Way, the whole entire military relies on the main character for help, along with his friends, and he tries to get the crew back together. And Act 5 is when the story splits into 5 scenarios. Act 5, alternate reality number 1, electric canisters. The scientists capture a limited amount of dark energy and kind of research on that. Alternate reality 2, a weapon of mass destruction. The admirals of the military navy, I guess, tell Gabriel to go to the Saturn space station and find any blueprints, documents, anything to kind of turn the tide of the war. They give it to the military and other scientists. They build it. They work together. And however, it does require a sacrifice to make it work. And reality number 3 is just getting all the alien fleets together as a kind of last hurrah against the ancient sentient beings. Reality number 4 is creating nukes. You need a key to activate the skyscraper-sized nukes, and it will blow up the entire galaxy. And reality number 5 is just harnessing the dark energy power directly through rushed technology. So going in depth to the prevention technologies, as I said earlier, the canisters, mass destruction, rallying, nukes, and dark energy. Electric canisters. As you can see here, there's positives and negatives to using dark energy. These get transported via, I guess, cargo crates that you can use on specialized guns and also spaceships as bombs. Here's my mood board for it. My 3 iterations of them. I do feel like this kind of just takes my concept across. The weapon of mass destruction, it's a moon-sized super weapon which works similarly to the Death Star a little bit. Again, pros and cons of it. However, because it was found in the Saturn space station along with ancient blueprints and documents, they find out too late that it requires an organic sacrifice. Mood board again. There's 3 iterations here, and again, I feel like it just gets my point across well. Rallying all Milky Way fleets, pros and cons. The galaxy and each of the alien governments just could not find a solution against them, so they band together and just kind of charge towards the ancient sentient beings. Mood board again. So first iteration, I made a bunch of ships in kind of a generic formation, went more a bit in depth, and actually created the ancient sentient beings so that the fleets could go up against them of a space fight scene. The nukes. In this scenario, the galaxy has just exhausted all the options, so in secret they make the nukes, spread them across the galaxy and explode them if necessary. Again, the pros and cons. Report again. I added some planets and the moons for kind of to get a comparison to see how big it is. The green planet is supposed to be similar size to Earth, so this hopefully gets a give good comparison to how big the nuke should be. Harnessing the power of dark energy, the galaxy's top scientists and engineers are just scrambling. It's near the end of the war, and they're desperate, so they collect dark energy and just quickly manufacture weapons for it. I took a lot of sci-fi inspiration from games like Mass Effect, Halo, Starfield, Fallout, and so here's my iterations. These are all meant to be heavy weapons because it does use dark energy. Idea refinement. In this part, I go in depth into one of the prevention technologies, and that is the rallying all alien fleets. As during the concept creation, I had so much fun creating different alien designs, and I'm focusing on 3 designs. And the first one is the Ancient Sentient Beings cruiser class capital starship, which is pretty much taking heavy inspiration from the Death Stars, the Star Destroyers from Star Wars. 2 main roles is that it's kind of a patrol vessel, like a police vessel, to guard the sectors that the ASB controls, and also being the main star carrier that acts pretty similarly to the Star Destroyer. Its lore, as you can see here, eventually after a while the main characters find out that the ASBs are ancient humans from the future, but sent back to this reality, which is why the ships look angular and still look kind of human-ish. Designs. The color schemes are intentional with this one. Communicates like dark ray communicates strength and mystery, which I deemed appropriate for the starship, as nobody in the Milky Way universe knows about it. Red to also symbolize they are the evil faction and it's menacing. Boards. Here's my iterations for it. Then my finalized design for it. Very simple, and overall supposed to be terrifying. The Treat Assault Heavy Bomber is one of the aliens species in this Milky Way that are kind of avian looking, so they look more like birds, but they are bipedal. The role is simple. These are bomber ships, pretty much, so they're heavy, they're slow, but they pack quite a huge punch if you know where to target. They were very popular in various skirmishes, and these went through so many prototypes in the lore, and they are contracted by engineering corporations who are contracted by militaries to build ships. Design. It's an alien ship. I wanted to think very unconventionally, and therefore I wanted to make it look as non-human as possible. Mood boards. And so here's my 3 iterations. Again, very, in my opinion, quite unorthodox, except for this one probably, for a bomber ship. In the end, I chose the middle design, and so as you can see here, these are the bombers going against the ASBs. And then the main character's frigates, a massive ship that he uses to collect allies and fight against the ASB. It's his personal ship, with his friend giving Gabriel this ship from kind of like a black market, like dealing with Steve's other friend. This ship is cobbled together. It's what's known as a Frankenstein ship, as it's been combined with various other ship parts that don't belong on the main body. As I said, it's shrouded in mystery. However, they just kind of combine the ship together until it starts working. I designed the ship after the Normandy from the Mass Effect series because I love the story of Shepard and him kind of fighting against the Reapers and collecting allies, and I just love the ship design. It's very iconic. Some more mood boards. So I firstly started with creating the Normandy itself, and then starting off doing the fin tests. Then I started doing the wing tests. I eventually settled on these wings. Well, I chose these ones because these ones kind of fold in and out for stealth configuration and just regular assault configuration. This picture here is in its stealth configuration, so it's undetected. Its heat signatures will not be detected. As you can see here, the ASB just can't detect it at all. Here it is in its assault mode, where it's leading all the Milky Way ships against the ASB. And that's all. Thank you very much for listening to my live presentation.